am doing right, you're by my side, but...
All right, Trinidad and Tobago, so we're back with you. Those of you who are on lunch and those of you who are listening to me on your phone and you're out on lunch and you're saying to yourself, okay, what's going on with Pastor Google today? All right, well, today I have a guest in studio with me, Pastor Francois, and he was sharing his experience as a young man making a transition in life. I want to just put it as that. And transitions are important, right? Transitions are important. Why I say that? Because change is something that is inevitable. You know, if change is constant, and if you do have change, and I just want to just draw the scenario for you, right? If I have been doing the same thing for 5 years and haven't made any major changes in my life, something is wrong with me.
Yeah, precisely.
Right? Something is wrong. And if you have made changes within 5 years and willing to go back to them changes that you made, something is wrong with you. You understand?
Very much so.
If you were in a relationship with somebody and you and that person break up for 5 years and you could go back with that person after 5 years, and you know that you made significant changes in your life, you understand? And that person hasn't made any at all. Something is wrong with you. The same thing with religious experiences. You're going to have you have to sit down and check yourself.
I totally agree.
And Trinidad and Tobago, we have a guest on the phone that we're going to introduce. Pastor Francois is going to introduce him because, you know, we have, as I said, limited time. But we want to take this guest. They're going to inform you about an event that's coming up. So
Yes. So we have this Bible conference coming up, April 29th to the 1st of May. And for feature speaker, we're going to be having from the United States, Dr. Clinton Baldwin. He is the president of Baldwin's Biblical Manuscript Institute. And so he also has a similar experience.
Okay.
He taught at Andrews University, the flagship university of Seventh-day Adventists in the United States, and he also taught at NCU, the University, Adventist University in Jamaica. And so we decided to combine to do this conference, and so he's going to be teaching on the Sabbath.
Right.
Whether it is the Saturday, whether it is Sunday, whether it is a day or whether it is a person in terms of that rest.
Right.
And I believe all different Christian denominations should come to benefit from that. Pastors, everybody. He has his PhD in New Testament, so he knows what he's talking about. And so we really want to go through that in detail while I'm going to be teaching on marriage.
Right.
That is one area that I love and I've been teaching for many years. So I want to introduce to us Dr. Baldwin. Hello, Dr. Baldwin.
Hello. Good morning or afternoon. I think it's morning still in Trinidad. Good to be with you, Pastor Francois and company.
Yeah, it's actually afternoon now. It's after 12.
Yes. It's Pastor Google I'm with here.
Great. Say it again, please.
Yes, Pastor Google, who is in charge of the
Pastor
program.
Google.
Yes.
Okay. Good to meet you, Pastor.
How are you, sir?
I am doing good.
Very good to hear. Very, very good to hear. So I've been hearing about your transition also. I've been hearing of your transition, and one of these days we're going to get you on for you to share with us your testimony of the transition that you would have made at this junction of your life. And Pastor Francois was sharing with me that you are coming over to Trinidad and Tobago. Just share with us, where in the States are you from?
Well, actually, I am from Jamaica originally.
Right.
but I live in the United States for quite a while now. So I'm in Maryland.
Maryland, right.
Yes.
Do you know Bishop? Do you know of a bishop by the name of Bishop Stokes?
Stokes. No, I'm not. No.
All right, okay. That's a good bishop for you to get in contact with. I know that he's a man with life would be very, very intrigued to hear your testimony and your transition that you have made. But share with us a little bit, just give us a little sneak preview into the conference and what you'll be sharing. Well, Pastor Francois give us an idea that you'll be talking about the Sabbath and the transition from, is it a day or is it a rest? And my experience is a rest in a person. That's one of the main reasons why I left the Adventist Church. Because I realized that all the troubles of my life, all the experiences I've been going through in my life, and when I was looking for genuine rest, the only person to give me that rest was Jesus. I wasn't getting it in a day.
Amen.
So all of my youthful exuberance, where I couldn't rest properly as a young man in my identity and who I am and what I was born to do, a day wasn't giving me that perfect rest. You understand? A day was not explaining to me what my purpose was and how to find my purpose and rest in it and accomplish it. It wasn't doing that. I'm sorry. The day wasn't telling me how to find, when I find a wife, which the Bible says I find a good thing, it wasn't teaching me how to treat my wife properly, to give her the confidence in the man that I am. I'm sorry.
It was not meant for that, by the way. That's the thing. It was not meant for that.
What the day was meant for? Tell us.
Huh?
Tell us.
The day as the New Testament, the entire Bible teaches, was meant to point to Jesus.
Oh.
And he, through the Spirit, would give you the rest, the guidance, the direction, the fulfillment that you need in your life.
Right.
And it is it can be dangerous to replace the best thing with a good thing. The day, depending on how you use it and approach it, can be good. But the good can become or is the enemy of the best.
Right.
And the Lord gave the Israelites the seventh day as a pointer, something to look to the point forward to Jesus. And what is happening is that Christians are still holding on to the day, holding on to the shadow when the reality is here. And when you hold on to the shadow, when the reality is present, you cannot fully appreciate the reality. So that is what is happening.
So let's put it in layman terms for somebody who might be lost. So you had a shadow of somebody who you like. Is that lady saw this man, he shadows something that she would really want to spend the rest of her life with. Right? But when the real man come around, what do you think she would do?
Sure. Put away his picture and hug him. You have a problem. You can't be looking at the picture and saying, honey, I love you, staring at the picture while he's standing or she's standing immediately in front of you. You end up not appreciating the person enough. This is what is happening to many Sabbatarians, whether they be Saturday Sabbatarians or Sunday Sabbatarians. And by the way, let me just interject here, and I know time is precious, so forgive me if I'm talking fast. The seminar that we will do on April 29 to May 1, a number of things. We are not interested in bashing Adventists or Sabbatarians, etc. We are interested in presenting Jesus.
Right.
We are interested in showing people that when you hold on to the Sabbath, the seventh day, in a mandatory manner, you cause hurt to people. And when I say hurt, I'm talking about psychological damage.
Right.
I'm talking about financial damage.
Yes.
I'm talking about social damage, literal, real damage to people's lives
Yes.
that is causing them their very lives and health and livelihood. When a person gives up their job for a day and their children cannot get the proper education and they go hungry and their health is jeopardized because they cannot work or continue a particular career, then that is a harmful practice. And as such, want to let our brothers and sisters know that there is a better way. And we do not have to hold on. There are so many people right now, forgive me, who are suffering with psychological guilt. Every weekend, every Saturday, every Sabbath, they pick up a basket of guilt because they are trying to keep a day holy and they cannot do it. Because no Sabbath keeper keeps the day holy. They work or cause someone to work every seventh day. And not only that, they cannot have an assurance of salvation. When you ask most Sabbatarians in Trinidad, in Jamaica and other places, if Jesus should come now, are you saved? And they have to him, her, and because they cannot give. That is the problem. And so we like to come and share with our brothers and sisters that there's a freedom in the gospel. There's a freedom in Jesus. There is a better way. There is a better way. And it's time for it. It's time for it. Huh?
Thank you very much. I don't want you to let too much out the bag. I don't want you to let too much out the bag. And I must say, I'm interested in hearing your experience. And
sure,
one of these days we're going to have you share with us, because you was the man who used to teach people. You were a big lecturer. You were a lecturer at a university, and that says a lot. Formally, yeah.
Yeah, well,
for many years.
Could I just share the numbers?
Yeah, share the numbers as we get ready.
All right, so as we get ready to leave, the venue for this event will be taking place at a new hotel that is just opened in Toko, Lure Hotel. And the number to call, my number, direct number, 289-8179. And let me just put, because we are international people listening and would be coming to this conference. I have some folks coming in from Grenada and folks calling me from all over. So you could benefit from this conference by getting a link from us online. And those of you who are doing so, even in Trinidad, and you just want the link, this is $40 US to participate in that conference. And so 1-868-289-8179 is the number to call. And those of you who are going up to the hotel for the weekend, the cost is $800 for the entire weekend, meals provided. And those of you who are sleeping over in the hotel, well, there's an additional cost of $375 per night. All right, so please give me a call. And we're looking forward to many people attending this conference. Remember also, there's 2 conferences you're getting in one, because I am going to be presenting on marriage, because we have a lot of marriages going through a lot of difficulties in these times. And I know we say there are 2 major institutions, Sabbath and marriage, so we putting them together. So when you come home, you could get good rest.
Very good, very good. So
give a date again, Pastor.
Yeah, so again, April 29th to May 1st. And beyond that, if you want me to come to your church to promote this program, or just to minister or to testify, same number to call, 289-8179.
So we want to thank you, Pastor.
Very much.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we want to thank you very much for being with us today.
Yeah.
And we want to say to you that, we're going to keep in contact with you. All right? We need to keep in contact with you, because we would like for you to share with us your journey, as you put it.
It'll be my pleasure. One quick thing before you go. Just let our listeners know that books will also be on sale. Good scholarly books on this subject.
Very much so. Very much so. Thanks for that reminder. Very important.
Yes.
All right. So I wanted to take some calls quickly. All right. So we will chat.
Yes.
All right. So we will chat. I wanted to take some calls quickly from listeners to hear what are their views. All right. So the numbers are 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, and 466-5391. So let me start. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Pastor Google.
Hey, Pastor Johnson.
God's afternoon to you, sir. How are you?
I am blessed. How are you?
Well, I'm better for what I'm hearing. Yes, because that is down my alley. So
yes.
I thank the Lord for it. You know, just following up quick on what the foreign speaker, Pastor, just said there. And well, what you all have been discussing. In Romans chapter 7, Paul saw himself as a wretched man. Just like what you were talking about, you know, you're frustrated. You want to do it, but you can't do it because you don't have what it takes. So in chapter 7 of Romans, he's frustrated. But before he comes to the end and he said, "O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?" He says, "I thank God." So a transformation took place. Something happened. He said, "I thank God that with my mind I will serve the law of God, but with my flesh the law of sin." So then in Romans chapter 8, verse 1, Paul says, "I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of..." Is this one? Yes, he says, there's therefore now, that's the correct scripture. There's therefore now, Romans chapter 8, verse 1, there's therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. So in chapter 7, he's condemning himself. To the end of the chapter, he says, "I thank God, deliverance has come." And in chapter 8, verse 1, he says, "There's therefore now no condemnation." And this is the scenario. This is the whole, you know, of people who have been frustrated. And, you know, I thank God for how God, you know, raised me up at that age, at the age of 7. And, you know, I've been studying all these different religions and understand. Because in Romans, not in Romans, in Deuteronomy, I think it's chapter. Let me put on my glasses here quick. In Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 22, the word of God is very clear. When a prophet speaks in the name of the Lord, if the thing does not happen or come to pass, but is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken, the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously, you shall not be afraid of him. And when you study the writings of Ellen G. White and you study the investigative judgment. Thank you, sir. And good afternoon to you too.
Good afternoon.
Yes. When you study all of these different things that happened, that at one time she was telling people not to eat pork, but she was eating pork. And this is from her husband at a wife. When you study some of these things that, you know, it's a bondage when people are trying to keep a day. And as the pastor said, there's no peace in it. Because everybody knows that the Adventist hospital in Cocorite, they hire people to work. If you take a car, you're hiring the driver to work. If you have a maid cleaning your house, you know, and when you understand, and there's so much more in this whole thing that, you know, there was 7 Sabbaths.
Oh, Bishop, I don't want to go because I don't have much time. I don't have much time because I have another pastor coming in, and I need to do what I have to do with him.
But thank you. Yes, but I just want to thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and I really want to say hats off to the pastor and to what they are doing. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks very much. All right, so callers, we need to. I know that some of you will want to call in, but I'll just give about 2 more calls quickly, especially if you want to find out more about the event that they're having. All right, I was supposed to already close off the session already. All right, I just want to give people a chance to call in and tell me if you learned anything, and if you want to find out more, I'll ask Pastor Francois to give his number. So if you want to ask him anything, you want to find out more about the event, or find out more about his transition, you can give out your number if you wish.
Yes. Please call me at 289-8179. 289-8179.
And your YouTube channel.
Yes, just go Courtney Francois on YouTube. Courtney Francois, and you would see all my teachings there.
Yeah, and jewelry and
everything is there. Yes.
I was watching the jewelry one the other day. I say, look at you.
Yes.
I say, look at you.
Yes,
my legs I get for talking that. Look at you talking it now. After one time is our next, yes?
Yeah, of course.
So we can take 2 more calls if you want to call in quickly. 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, 771-1791, and 466-5391. Let me say thanks to all the people joining us on Facebook. And if you was on YouTube, all right, I'll take this last call because, hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google, and to your guest there. I really enjoyed the dialogue with the guy earlier on, because I used to have the same view. Because when you really look at it and you read the Bible, when Jesus came to the face of the earth, they accused him and all of breaking the Sabbath. I don't know if you know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So everything he said there, I agree with it. And I really like to listen to the discourse that they're going to have.
All right, you need to take down the information.
Yeah, just give me a call, man.
And you can find out from him where and how and what.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, and you all have a blessed day.
Same to you.
Continue with your, sharing the word. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Boy, wow. And so, boy, on your journey, all I can say to you is just continue to obey God.
Yes, man.
Because it's not going to be easy. I'm telling you, it's not going to be an easy journey. There are a lot of people who are going to question you. And sometimes you might look at certain things and how it's happening, and you might question yourself again, I wonder, boy. I wonder if I do the right thing, boy. I wonder. And then you'll hear that still small voice comforting you and telling you, hey.
You're correct. You're very correct.
I could tell you, your voice will say, hey, I'm the Lord thy God that lead you out of the house of
bondage.
If I led you, I will keep you. That's the reality of it. I'm telling you this as a brother.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Right? As a brother, I'm telling you, you're going to have your questionable moments. In your quiet time, I'm telling you, in your quiet time when nobody around, you'll wonder, but I really do the right thing, right?
I mean, you walked the road before me.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. But I just want to say to my Adventist brethren, I love you.
Yeah.
And I do believe this conference will benefit everybody from every denomination.
Right.
All right, Sabbath and marriage.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to talk. So we're going to thank the pastor. What's his name again?
Dr. Clinton Baldwin.
Dr. Clinton Baldwin. We want to thank him for being with us today. And Trinidad and Tobago, stay locked, because, we're going to continue to give you people's experience of coming out of mindsets that have held us for years. All right? So we will talk again, my brother. So stay strong. All right?
Blessings.
Yeah, man. God bless. So Trinidad and Tobago, don't touch your dial. Stay right here. I'll be right back. Let me just have my guests walk out. All right? God bless everyone who is on the live. Thanks very much. Don't touch your dial.
Real. I want the truth. Straight. You can't handle the truth. And fair.
I seek righteousness.
The official station that defends the nation. The Street 91 FM. Entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM. The official station that defends the nation.
We pray for the same people. Life can be so real. But I'm amazed by all your strength. I am. And I'm grateful you came through. Yeah. So I take this time to stop a moment and show my gratitude. Cause you are really here for you. I see what you're doing, I see what you're going through. I put my light in the air with you. It's you beautiful, 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 beautiful. I put my light in the air. Oh, yeah. Everybody sing it, you gotta sing it new song. Put your light in the air. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Many mighty ships are sinking. Oh, yeah. Many stars are falling down. Down, and I count it as a blessing. You hold me up now.
All right, so tonight we're gonna change gears a little bit. You know that Bishop Aaron Williams is going to be coming on in the next, let's say, 20 minutes or less. All right, so I'm gonna change gears in a little bit. So I want to thank Pastor Francois for coming in today and sharing his life experience, is the change that he has made. I'm a listener to the Street 919 FM, and, you know, I said to myself, let me give him an opportunity to come and talk with the nation a little bit and give you all a different perspective on what's going on. There are a lot of things happening in people's lives that, you know, apart from the politics, you know, there are a lot of spiritual experiences that people are going through that sometimes you need to just take a time out to highlight and bring knowledge, wisdom, understanding to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension, the world. So, don't be upset with me if you realize that it's not the heavy politics that we are accustomed embracing from day to day. All right? Other thing I wanted to touch on, I told you today I wanted to just touch on some budgeting, and we want to look at, I wanted to just touch on this before, as I said, Bishop Aaron comes on. I wanted to hear from you guys. We're hearing where there is a group of people that are ready to lay demands and to protest against the hike of the gas prices. And also we're seeing where taxi drivers, maxi drivers, there are some maxi drivers and some taxi drivers that are going to, or seeing that they're going to raise their prices. They're going to raise their prices on transportation, right? Some of us, I travel from San Fernando to Port of Spain every day. All right, I just want to make sure and put this out there. Every day, I travel from San Fernando to Port of Spain, and I wanted to just chat about that a little bit, hear your views, talk about people who travel every day. They commute. They know what it is to jump in a taxi from Pleasantville to San Fernando, from San Fernando to Port of Spain. When you reach Port of Spain, you have to travel from Port of Spain to your work of destination, or your destination of work, sorry. All right? So there are people who understand and experience that every day, Monday to Friday. You jump in a taxi, and when you jump in the taxi, you have to pay $22. $22 you have to pay from San Fernando to Port of Spain. But then when you're leaving Pleasantville to reach San Fernando, you have to pay $6. If you're going for the water taxi, or you're going, you have to pay $7. So we're doing the maths, all right? Because some people quick to say the maths in. So we can do the maths. You can do the maths with me, and you could tell me, you know, what is your calculations of someone's transportation, all right, for someone's transportation for the month. So let's say $7 7 by 2. All right? 7 by 2. Because you have to pay, to go and to come, $7. And then after that, you pay $22 by 2. All right? And after you reach Port of Spain, you have to pay to reach the work. So if you're working in St. James or you're working on Marval Road where I am, you're paying, let's say, you normally would pay $10 to reach off route. It's $10 off route, eh? $10 off route. So $10 off route by right. Then if you're going out, you pay $5. So that's $15 a day. So you check that. Right? You check that. 5 days a week. And you see how much you come up with. We take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Papa G.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. I find everybody being kind of unfair in terms of, everybody's forming an organization to come up against you. Them are using the same principles they want the government to use and applying it to their associations. So all they raise and all they take, plus the government give all their money and stuff like that. I find the public should be mad that if all they want to raise to the level of the gas, drop back the damn price, then raise again. If you understand what I'm trying to say, what more they want again, or why it is that nobody else and only the government must feel the brutalization or all their short-sighted opinions. If you understand, apply some of the things that they want the government to do to their self and their organization. And Papa G, although that wasn't hardcore politics, I was impressed with that discussion. That is hardcore also in terms of turning away from how to put it, boy, not conforming to what you all was conforming to and the fact that all you thought it was right, and then you all did a double take. And I really enjoyed our conversation. Just so telling you, have a good one, Papa.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so I want you all to do the calculations. I want somebody to call in with the calculations that I give you all. And I want you to put yourself in somebody's shoes who has to put out that every day, right? And, so while the taxi drivers are thinking about themselves, they're not thinking about others. And if people cannot afford to come to work, what will be your position as a taxi driver or a maxi driver? If today or tomorrow people realize that the passage that they're paying to go to work is not even enough, they're paying more than their bills and normal bills, day-to-day bills of, they still have to, so while I pay you to reach to work every day, right, I still have to find money to pay T&Tech, I still have to find money to pay WASA, I still have to get money to buy food, I still have to get money to, you understand? So where does the scale balance off? How does the scale balance off? Is there a balancing of the scales? And people would say, well, the balancing of the scales had to come from you. And there has to be some, so even, and let me tell you how this is ridiculous, because, all right, so let's say the government doesn't continue to take back, they're not going to raise gas prices anymore, but there are taxi drivers who still charge you. The taxi fare still go up, and it goes up every year. Sometimes some people go up every 2 years. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Google. Listen to your conversation there. I recall that they say that when the taxi drivers say that when they get back the full capacity, their passage the fares will go down. Nothing hasn't come out of that, Pastor Google.
Well, they're saying that the fares can't go down if the gas is going up.
Pastor Google, Patrick Manning, may so recipes. Also remember the rapid railway system? Remember the transit system that Mr. Manning proposed? And people cussed Mr. Manning for that? If that thing had came into full force, Patrick Road, you wouldn't hear the issues of traffic or passage. This thing would have... Patrick Road, the things that I want to say, but it wouldn't be radio friendly, boy. I just wish that transit system would have been here a long time. But people shut it down. Why? Because they hate EPNM and they hate Patrick Manning. And now they're going after Keith Rowley. Saying that Keith Rowley forcing things. So Keith Rowley caused the war in Ukraine. Is that what they're trying to say? The whole planet is Trinidad and Tobago. I try to understand the logic of people in this country, you know. It's like people they don't read newspapers, like they don't do social studies or current affairs when they went to secondary school and primary school, and they don't, and some of the people they do principles of business. Pastor Google, we are really hard there. You have a good day. I go on.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi.
Yeah, there's one thing that they want to raise prices. I want to touch on the subject of service.
Yeah, man.
A lot of them taxi drivers, right, don't even give you a good service, especially that Sanford Avenue route. They want to pick at a certain time. They just want to pick and choose the passengers. They say, "No, I don't want you. I want you. Or you too big. I don't want you. Or whatever." Right? And it's a certain hour when they're desperate for drivers, for passengers. One more time, when you go in taxi, it's 4 more people there to find. Right? Another thing too, this goes for like most, especially PH taxi drivers. When they go in a taxi, some of them have a tendency to just want to play the music loud. And you have to sit up there and take it. Right? I mean, there's a service provided. If it is, I want to go home and I have a splitting headache, you want to play your music loud, and you tell them to turn it down. Them telling you, well, I don't know how to operate this radio, it's so how it is. I mean, they lie. But is one thing you have to pay a high fare, but the service is like piss poor.
Right? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Pastor Google, good afternoon. Pastor Google?
Yes, sir.
When we buy gas, don't we pay a road tax, Pastor Google?
You know what I'm talking about?
Did they stop that?
You know what I'm talking about?
Did they stop that tax, Pastor Google?
Yep. Do you know what I'm speaking about?
I just asking you a question.
Yeah, but I'm asking you if you're aware of what I'm speaking about.
Well, I was listening to you.
Okay.
You were talking about different things.
No, I was talking about one thing in particular, which is the cost of transportation is going up in Trinidad and Tobago. All right?
All right.
And there are people who cannot afford it. And the gentleman,
we're talking about transportation.
And the gentleman just spoke about customer service.
Well, all of this transportation is gas. But don't we pay a road tax when we buy gas, Pastor Google? A simple question.
All right. I can't remember. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Pastor Google, good afternoon. I see you're trying to say you're doing some math, right? Now you're saying, well, we see for you example, right? $22 from Saturday to
22.
Right. And then you say $7 from where you live to San Fernando, right?
Yes, and then $10 from
and then $10 off route.
Yeah.
Right.